Welcome to the second model. In this session, we will discuss the essential tools for digitalizing your hotel. We'll start with the basics, and then I will give you some tips to understand which tools will work the best for you. Let's start with the heart of the operations of the Hotel Management System, or the PMS. Also, we're going to talk about the point of sale systems, known as POS. These tools are essential to managing everything from reservations to financial transactions to ensure daily operations run smoothly. They are often defined as the backbone of the hotel. You need to have a property management system or a point of sale if you want to make sure that your hotel is running efficiently. There are all kinds of PMS for all budgets, so look for the one that best suits your reality and also can provide support in the region that you're in. We know that PMS and POS are the bare minimum that you can expect, but you can expect to stand out when you have just meeting the standard. You need to do something else. There are dozens of tools that you can use to digitalize your hotel. Digital logs, contactless check-in, chatbots, digital menu, internal reservation system, internal tax managers, or custom apps for your hotel. However, you may not need all of them, or there might be some that are not going to work in your hotel. Now you may wonder, how can I identify those areas? How can I make sure that my guest experience is unique and seamless? I'm going to give you a tip. Think about the repetitive or tedious tasks that your guests and employees perform daily. What are those flows that you receive the most complaints from? Or where do you think that you're not being efficient enough? Things like booking a table for dinner, requesting room service, asking for a towel, or asking for a tourist recommendations. These points that you can identify ideally in your hotel are going to be perfect for digitalization. Let's suppose that you have few staff members at the reception, but the phone is constantly ringing with guests making requests from the room. Perhaps they need amenities, they want to order towels, maintainers, or some kind of assistance. It's very likely that at times, no one is going to be able to answer the phone, or that when they do it, they will neglect the guest who is physically there. This is going to translate into a negative service experience. So, what solutions can you handle? The traditional option might be to hire an extra person charged solely with answering the phone and channeling the guest request. This first option has nothing to do with the digital world and is going to be quite expensive for you and not really efficient. Now we're going to see what options in terms of technology you can implement. A basic digitalization option might be to enable a WhatsApp line made specifically for handling internal guest requests. For example, you will tell your guests to not pick up the phone and call you there and tell you what they need, but rather to type it down in the WhatsApp line. This is going to help you to not answer the phone, but still keep track of anything the guest asks for. However, this might have some disadvantages by seeming unsophisticated or a bit impersonal. Plus, the request should still reach the responsible department, which will take some time of the receptionist or whoever is on the other side of the WhatsApp line to redirect internally. On the plus side, this is completely free and you can start today. And this is going to be definitely better than picking up the phone in the current state. Alternative, you could also have an app that separates each request by models, allowing the guests to ask for anything they need with a few clicks. They don't need to type out anything, they will just click, and whatever they need will arrive to the department in charge. This might involve some initial investment, but in the long run, it will reduce various costs for your hotel, and the experience is very comfortable for everyone. Another approach that you might have, maybe you have a little bit more of budget, is to implement a tablet or a phone in every single one of the rooms. From those tablets or phones, the guests are going to be able to do the same thing as I mentioned you in the app, but in a device that you're going to provide for them. If they don't want to use it in their phones, they can easily just click down on an iPad and order anything they need. This is going to be very luxurious, but at the same time, not really practical, because if they want to order something outside of the room, they cannot do it. And also will be definitely costly to implement this sort of technology. We could do the same example with every internal headache that you have. If you want to digitize room service, you can think about the different alternatives. For example, if you have issues with the check-in, you might be able to explore specifically solutions targeted to web check-in or things like this. If you have issues with the spa management, then you look into spa management tools or ways in you can handle the internal reservations. And this with anything that you have inside of your hotel. Each hotel has its own requirements and limitations, and while some solutions might be ideal for some, others might benefit from a different approach. The important thing here is to choose a tool that not only suits the operational needs of the hotel, but also meets the guest expectations. Sometimes you think that your guests are going to need something, but it's not going to make a difference and maybe it's going to be a huge investment for you. For example, as I was mentioning before with digital check-in, if you have, 8 rooms in your hotel, maybe this won't transform the guest experience as much as if you were a hotel with more than 200 rooms. Also, if you don't have a strong food and beverage option, why do you need to digitize your menu if basically no one is ordering from it or you don't have the option to do it? So at the end of the day, the digitalization must suit completely what you want to offer and what the guests are expecting from your hotel. It's all about improving the guest experience and optimizing your operations without making things more complicated than what they should be. In the next module, we'll dive deeper into how these tools can truly elevate the service you offer.